on.
He's on, but he's not lighting as much as he should be.
Is that
Oh,
a
isn't he
lighting up? You've got to get his lights on. Yeah.
He's not an expensive
But
snowman.
he's hiding behind like a coffee cup or a...
I'll
what's
move
that?
I'll move the
That
coffee
right
cup.
there,
There we go.
There you go.
Okay, he's a little bit on.
Amazing. Happy holidays, everybody. Merry Christmas. Whatever holiday you celebrate this time of year, welcome to the All Ambient Podcast. We're really glad to have you. Of course, this is where we dig into the creative process and we hear untold stories from the people who make some of the finest ambient music out there. My name is Mike Graff, joined by Marshall Usinger, Ben Tatlow, and Kirk Smith. Guys, good to see you. And hey, the
Hello.
Christmas episode, we have festive podcast studios, don't we? Look at everybody. Man,
We do.
I'm all in.
We
This
are.
is great. Okay, so we need to highlight everybody's show and tell. Marsh, you get to go first.
Everybody go around.
Yep.
I get to go first, meaning that I
Just tell
I
us.
strewed these lights across here, basically. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, yep. I was saying earlier that we're throwing it back to the big '90s big
Yes,
old
sir.
light bulbs. So these
They're
are going on my tree this year whenever that goes up in the next couple of whatever's here.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
great. Perfect. It's a toss up at this point. Ben, you get to go next.
Yes. I mean,
As your lights
yeah,
start flickering like crazy
I know,
behind you
right?
the moment I said
Yeah.
your name. Yeah.
I think there is a setting I can adjust with that. Yeah, I set this up last.
You're good.
I set this up last night when it was dark outside, so it's the morning here,
Yeah.
and it did have a little bit of a different vibe, if I'm honest. But yeah, we've got the lights, we've got the little snowman whose batteries are a little bit on the blink.
Was he
But it's-
melting? Oh.
I think you might be. It was very cold the last couple of days here in Hong Kong, and it got warm today, so he's
Got
he's not so happy.
it.
But yeah, it feels festive.
Oh, that's awesome. Kirk, I'm going to save you for last. Everybody is great. You were definitely the winner of this particular little escapade.
Hooray.
Maybe the room lights might be what you are wearing on your person, and we'll have to talk about that in a second. I tried to change the hue lights that I had just a little bit more Christmassy color. And then I just grabbed a strand of lights, but of course the lights I grabbed. We living in the bold north of the U.S. There are members of my family who cheer for the Minnesota Vikings, who are very purple and very proud. And so I grabbed a set of lights and plugged them in and realized that they were not cute white Christmas lights. They were purple Christmas lights, and I said, hey, we're rocking them. So
look good.
that
Those
yes,
look good.
yeah, we're having a Viking Christmas around here, I guess. It's great.
That's awesome.
But Kirk, man, I mean, you like the moment we
Just went
hung
for
up
it.
from the last podcast, you probably just started work right then, and
That's
have
right.
been
Like
dialing it in for
Clark
the last-
Clark
He's been on it.
Griswold.
Yeah.
So
I
good.
was driving
So
with
what
my
all
wife.
did you do?
I was driving with my wife, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't have any Christmas lights. And she's like, well, just use the, like, she just bought this tree thing. She bought 2 of them
Just put them
to
all
put
in there.
on our house because we're terrible at
Yeah.
doing Christmas lights. And so this is like, it's all built in one
Yeah.
thing. You just, tack it on the wall and then spread it out and it's done. I'm like, okay. She's like, yeah, just use that. I'm like,
Yeah.
perfect. So I got that,
Yep.
connected. And then I was like, I'm going to find my sweater. I just want to do it. I wear it like twice.
Your
And so I
sweater.
found-
Hey, can
I
you
went into
can
the-
you back up?
Yeah.
What's the full?
Yeah.
There it is.
he
There it is.
is.
So
Ladies, watch
That's
out.
that's right. Rudolph. He's the most famous of all.
We love to see it. We love it.
So when I found him, I saw these other lights. I was like, well, I'm just going to grab those lights, go for the sweater.
Yep.
I almost didn't
Those
put the sweater on.
The piano part is
but-
probably my favorite part of the whole thing. Yeah.
I love it. I went
that's great.
over the top and I was like,
Yeah, I'm liking the piano.
should I come back around over the keys? And now I want to make like a Christmas album, but I won't get it up in time, I don't think. So I'll have to do it next year.
Well, you
know
can
what,
actually.
man?
You can just upload it literally the next day, and it'll be
I probably
uploaded.
could if I got.
Yeah,
Is that
because
how
that's the
works?
power. That's the
Wow.
power that we have now.
The power of
Just upload
the
music
interwebs.
immediately.
Man, that's crazy. Well, well done, everybody. It's feeling festive. It's great. I am not drinking a festive drink per se.
I was
probably
gonna get
should have
some like
gotten some
eggnog or something,
eggnog or apple
or
cider
like at least some
something.
Baileys
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dang it.
Eggnog with a little something
There
special.
you go. Yep. A little.
I can't stop. I can't stop.
Please,
Oh,
please never
Marshall
stop.
has
Sorry.
been. He slips into
He's
his
been on the
Paul
eggnog.
McCartney accent and just can't seem to slip out of it. It's great.
No.
It's great. I'm not even gonna try.
With
Not even gonna try.
Scottish
I just
Really,
did.
it's
I
not
failed,
even really.
yeah.
It's just sort of something. I love it.
Man, the dumbest memory of the Beatles. My dad was a big fan. I am as well, but he had like the anthology series, I think they called it. And there was this one the very start of the CD was like a 20-second clip of some interview that they were giving, and just everyone was introducing themselves. And they must have just been in some sort of mood, whether they were giddy from giving too many interviews or whatever. But it was just this little clip that just kind of ran down the line, each of them, and it starts out with Ringo just in his like, I'm Ringo and I play the drums. Like, it's just kind of cute. And then it cuts to George was next. He goes, I'm George and I play a guitar. Like, just very like, haha. And it just, I love how they just didn't take this all seriously. And then Paul sits and goes, I'm Paul and I play the bass. They just, and then I'm John and I also play guitar. Sometimes I play the fool. Like, they were just, they were goofballs, and you got to appreciate that the biggest band on the planet at the time,
The original
didn't
pranksters.
take themselves
They're funny.
nearly as seriously as yep. Good stuff.
Love them.
Good stuff. So talk like Paul as much as you want, Marsh.
Okay.
That's great.
Okay, I will. Thank you.
Okay. Well, since it's our Christmas episode, I would love to hear if there is any. We can go a couple different directions with this, but I would love to hear what your favorite Christmas song or Christmas carol is, and maybe it's just any version of the song where you're just like, I just love that song so much, or maybe there is a particular rendition of a song out there in the music world that you're like, this is it, this is the one right here. So kind of on the spot a little bit, but what is, and maybe you've got a couple, but like, what are some of your favorite Christmas songs out there, being the music consumers and connoisseurs that we are? What you got?
I mean, my knee gut reaction. That's funny. Knee jerk reaction. My gut reaction.
Knee gut
is knee gut is just full on nostalgia. And my favorite Christmas record is Bing Crosby, White Christmas. The whole
Nice.
record is perfect, and it's like it takes me straight back to my childhood as soon as I hear it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got to go with that one. Even Mele Kaliki Maka.
Nice.
It's just a wise way. Yeah,
That's perfect.
I love that record.
This is a lot of pressure, I feel,
It's a lot of pressure.
because there are many directions this could go. I like what Kirk just did, because he sort of gave what could also, not just a specific song, but sort of gave the record.
Yeah, a record is great. Let's go that direction with it. It's great. Yep.
I mean, for me, I can't really get better than Vince Guaraldi Trio.
Speak it.
All
Speak it
that
into
stuff.
existence. Yep.
That's as far as like,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's perfect. I
Yeah.
also really like, there's a Louis Armstrong record. I think it's called like Louis Armstrong and all his friends or something. It's like it's a Christmas record with just him and collaborating with, there's a bunch of different artists doing these. Yeah, doing a few different Christmas songs. It's like that's probably, other than Vince Guaraldi, that's like the record I played the most during the holiday, just because it's like, it is pure, like Kirk said, just that nostalgic, amazing sound.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's great. Modern take, a Jimmy Eat World, Last Christmas. There, last answer.
Nice.
They
There we
redeemed
go.
that song a little bit. It's
What
great.
the Reliant K Christmas album?
Okay, yeah, there we go.
Oh, there you go.
That-
What
That's
is
a
it?
lot of fun.
Let it snow, baby. Let it rain, dear, or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know. I agree with what you guys are saying. Like the nostalgic stuff is kind of where my head goes with, just in terms of like that Christmas feeling and the things I like to have on just like in the background during this season. But Christmas music has kind of over the last like 10 years has kind of been a weird one for me because we write Christmas music as sort of the sound like most years. That's kind of dominated a little bit my thinking and my listening and my production, but at a kind of weird time in the year. It's usually been like the summer. So we've had like this kind of almost annual thing where like it gets to like July, August, and we're like, we should do something for Christmas.
Yeah.
And then we kind of sift through the, various carols and things that we think could be work. And it's like 33, 34 degrees outside. And we're like, okay, this is the aircon is blasting. How are we going to get into the spirit? This year we were like super late to it. So we almost did what we were talking about just up front, like record it and just get it up ASAP. Like there was no time for me to send it off to anyone to master it. I was like, I'm going to just do all of this here. So about
there you go.
3-4 weeks ago, we like finished, and then it was just like uploaded, and the second single is actually out right now. See Amid the Winter Snow, which is cool. Yeah. Like I've really enjoyed the process of kind of reimagining like older carols, and this year I really like what we did with See Amid the Winter Snow. It's a beautiful, it's a beautiful carol, and I think of the favorite one that we have worked on, O Come Emmanuel. I love that. I love that. It's such a beautiful, such a beautiful melody, and just feel, and kind of encapsulates a lot of the kind of Christmas music that I enjoy from that kind of more, sacred Christian side of things.
Yep.
But that's not at all to distract from the more fun and the cozy and the nostalgic stuff, which I absolutely love as well.
Absolutely. I mean, I was just going to say Salt to the Sound anyway. So there you go.
Well, there we have it.
Yeah.
Marshall, I'm completely on Vince Guaraldi with you. It is the first and will be the last album that plays in our house for Christmas. Is the Tribe on Christmas for sure, 100%. Leslie Odom Jr. has a couple incredible Christmas albums that he's kind of a little bit of a modern day crooner for sure. Kind of unexpected takes on great listen. And then kind of a dark horse, and it was a long time ago, but there is a band called The Brilliants that has released some Advent albums that are just
those guys are cool.
Yeah, yeah, they are very stirring. There is like string work involved, a lot of kind of intricate ostinato piano stuff, kind of like a neoclassical sort of bent, and so like the Christmas feel, they were just like made for the Christmas feel, and great albums. I don't even know how many they have at this point, but good stuff. Yeah, there we go. We should put together a little bit of a all ambient Christmas playlist or something. Who knows?
Yeah. Have you guys heard of the Gypsy Hombres?
No. Speak
Gypsy
more.
Hombres, put that on there too. It's like this, I don't know, 4-piece, but it's all like, it's like gypsy music.
What do you mean?
With violins and...
What you talking about, gypsy music?
Yeah,
never heard
upright bass and guitars and flamenco, and it's just, it feels really fun. But I got hip to it a couple years ago, and now it's heavy rotation.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm cracking myself up, dude.
Oh,
sorry.
Marshall's drinking that eggnog over there, man.
Yeah, get started early.
No.
For sure.
No, I just have my little sparkly.
Just the sparkles.
Yeah.
What are you drinking, man? You're drinking a can like you. Okay,
I'm tapped
I do
out, bro. My
Okay,
tap is
so-
empty.
There we go. So Marshall and I, we were together a couple weeks ago, and it was awesome. We worked on a new, just a whole batch of songs for some Slow Echo collab stuff, which is great. But I walked into Marshall's kitchen, and he has a kegerator over in like on the side of, which is baller move, super cool. But he has a tap for like pure, I forget the name of the brand. You'll have to, but he has a tap for pure sparkling water in his kitchen that he gets delivered by the keg from a local company. And I could not have been more envious of any of them than I was in that moment. I was just blown away. What's the name of the company again?
At first, you thought it was like a keg, which is also
right. I mean, I was
you probably
hey.
would have also been like, dude, sweet. I'd be like, yeah, it's a keg. Let's go.
Keg stands.
No, yeah, they're called More. They're called More, M-O-R, kombucha. It's a kombucha place out of Colorado, but yeah, they also do. You can also do sparkling water, or they can do like cold brew. Also, you literally get like a 5-gallon tap of cold brew.
Dang.
But yeah, I splurged. I mean, really, in the end, it's like I probably am saving money with how much I was buying sparkling water. It's cheaper to do this. So, but it just ran out yesterday, so now I had to go get the cans like a little peasant,
A commoner.
like the common folk do.
Just watch Marshall with like an 8-pack in each hand, and he's just grumbling as he's walking.
Merry Christmas to who?
Sir Paul McCartney doesn't have to cart around.
Yeah. I'll put you guys onto that though. It's a good little investment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they ship out to Minnesota otherwise.
I'm sure they probably got something similar out there, maybe.
I'll take a little look.
You never know.
I'll take a little look-see.
I can't do it.
Indeed.
Sparkling water.
You
can't
do
Kirk?
what? Sparkling water?
Oh, you're not into it.
It's like they're like it doesn't have a flavor.
Really?
It 100% has a flavor.
Yeah,
and it's terrible.
Yeah, it's a good flavor. It's a lovely flavor. It's very nice.
I know. It's like that's what you normally get in like all over the world. I know.
Yeah.
I'm just like, can't. I try it. I was like, every once in a while, I'm going to try it again.
I know. Like, nope. I feel like I used to.
Like
I sort of used to know what you mean, like, but there's just something that I don't know. Yeah. It's been a while now, but I do remember there was a time where I was like, I don't know what the big deal about sparkling water is, and then one day I was like, oh, I get it.
It's got the texture. It's got the fizz. Yeah, I get it.
The fizz.
I get the appeal. Good. It's that texture, and I don't mind the texture, but it's
you like texture. Flavor. You're an ambient musician.
Yeah, that's right. I'm all about the texture. All about the bubbles. The sparkles and the bubbles. Come on.
Little sparkly flutters.
I think the best way I heard, and I drink a lot of sparkling stuff. I've actually been getting more into Spindrift, the one where they have like just a little bit of like juice in it. So I mean, it's still very much like a sparkling water, but there's just a tiny bit more flavor going on. But
squash.
One of the best ways I heard sparkling water described was like the flavor is kind of like the sparkling water was like sitting next to a crate of bananas in the train. Like that's like it doesn't actually taste like bananas or whatever. It's like it was just kind of like sitting close to some fruit, and good luck. It just kind of like has a tiny little bit of an and yeah, for most people that might not be the.
See, that's my thing is I just can't do the flavored ones. It's got to be plain for me. Plain. Got to be the plain.
I mean, I am plain San Pellegrino in right now.
There you go. A little fancy, a little fancier than me, but yeah.
Well, I mean, if by fancy you mean I buy it in the 24-pack from Sam's Club down the street, then yes, I am. Yes. I am very fancy buying it from my Walmart wholesale club membership.
Does the 24-pack equal 15 gallons, do you think?
15 gallons? No, it equals 3 gallons.
3 gallons. Okay. No, I was kidding. I know it doesn't equal 15 gallons, but you can pretend it does.
I guess it's true. Well, here we are. So I am fairly excited about what we have to come in the coming months. There are some unique challenges that we've talked about doing together on the All Ambient podcast, which I'm really excited. We've gotten some cool momentum from the challenges in the past, not only just the ones that we've done for ourselves, but the ones that we've invited other people in to do remixes for and all that. We do have a new, I think Kirk may have, I forget who mentioned it, but we.
If it works out, it was my idea.
Another.
If it doesn't, it was Marshall's idea.
It was somebody else's. Got it. I guess maybe the best way to tee that up is that at some point we might have an actual episode that is officially sponsored by Foldy Makes at that point. So we'll figure that out. But in the meantime, I mean, here we are. We're nearing the end of another calendar year, and there are some I think we're going to press into some forethought predictions for the coming year and for, the coming decade and whatnot. We're going to press into that next time around. But right now, and this may seem just a little hokey, but I wanted all of us to just kind of stop for a second. And with the current climate in the music industry, with all the AI stuff and with everything going on in streaming and all that, and then also you combine that or you multiply that at the rate that most of us are releasing music at, whether it's one every, they're coming out a lot, whether we're collabing with other people or doing solo stuff. There's a lot of music that each of us are putting out in our own lanes or putting out on with like sync platforms or whatnot. Sometimes I don't do a very good job of pumping the brakes and like looking in the rearview mirror and be like, wow, there's been some really cool music that has happened over this past stretch of time that I'm really glad to have been involved in this, and what a unique thing to do this and this and that. And so I wanted to just like in a season of, we're about to hit Thanksgiving and Christmas and all that, like in sort of a season of pausing and reflecting a little bit, I wanted to, and this is on the spot, so we can take a second, but to challenge each of you, we can go a couple different ways with it, but what is a release that you put out over this last year that you are just kind of like an extra little special something to you, and why? And then kind of along with that, like just what is, whether it's, like momentum in a moniker, or whether it's, something like just how you're growing as a musician or whatever, like what is something that you can look back on and be thankful for, be positive about? Because again, like I know that there's a lot of great things happening across all of us, but how often do we stop to actually like clock it, right? And to remind ourselves like, man, this is really great. And I think there is something to that life rhythm of being able to stop and remember. I mean, there's certain religious practices that are literally designed so that we don't forget the importance of those things and what they mean to us. And so I wanted us to just take a chance to stop and remember. And maybe this is self-serving in the sense of the climate. Sometimes it can feel a little swirly out there and what's coming next, but there are so many things to celebrate. And so I want to just celebrate for a little bit. Is that cool with you guys?
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Awesome. I mean, maybe we can start with the release question, like a particular release that you are a little extra proud. I know that we're all proud of all of our releases. Don't get me wrong, but if there was kind of a special thing about something that came out in the just in the last calendar year, or just kind of within that, yeah. What's jumping out at you? Something that you're just really proud of, really thankful that it's a part of your thing.
I can kick things off if you like.
Go band, yeah.
So many of you, I think you all know Gabriel Norvik. He also lives in Hong Kong. So most years we collaborate on something, and every few years we have this kind of like bigger album project that we're working on, and it's like it's an ongoing kind of series. The first one was called As With the City, and this one which we released this past year was called So To the Seas. And it's essentially like Hong Kong, not really nature inspired, but just like city and just the environment inspired. And I love the project because it's completely different to our individual solo works. And we have decided very intentionally not to worry even slightly about like algorithmic stuff or editorial stuff. It's just like, let's just put together stuff which we really like. The first album was really well received by like actual listeners and very badly received by the algorithm, and the second one is the same.
Whole life.
I wouldn't do that with every project, but just to have kind of almost an excuse, like we're doing this, we're just doing it for the music. We're writing stuff that we really just enjoy. Yep. It's got kind of bits of down tempo stuff in there. It's got some lo-fi thing, kind of tinge stuff. It's got lots of weird field recordings. Like I recorded some like ferry noises and like bells and like traffic, and it's not even super experimental. It's like fun to listen to, but it's not your typical ambient fare. And I'm really proud of it. I'm really happy with how it landed. It's got a lot of the ocean stuff, hence the title in there. And yeah, I love writing music that is inspired by a place and kind of bringing that to life. And so, yeah, it's fun that Gabriel and I get to do that. Most years in some way, shape or form, but to have this kind of as a second in this series was really fun and really fulfilling. And yeah, we'll do another one probably in a couple of years as well. So yeah,
it's huge.
It's really good.
It's awesome, man. Worth the listen. The listen.
Go check it out.
When did that one come out, Ben? That was like early this year, right?
It was, it was kind of, I think the first single was in Feb and maybe it was in April, the full album, something like that.
Cool. Yeah. I'm a big fan of Gabriel's stuff in general too. So yeah.
He does love that stuff.
Kirk is deeply contemplating his wide
Kirk
array
is scanning through his discography to remind himself what released
like,
last year.
What was that called again?
Out of all these 60 releases I have.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I think I would, honestly, it's like, if I'm going to think about one thing that I'm thankful for, just is the volume of music that I've been able to create. And it's like, it's pretty, yeah, you can kind of just be doing stuff and then you look back and you're like, oh my gosh, you have this body of work. And so I love the fact that there is a body of work with sounds and titles and little thoughts that's like it's just like this little journal, musical meditational journal thing that's out there. So I love that. I love that idea. I think on that, like one thing I'm excited about was the Into the Silent Land kind of album / triple EP thing. That was like, I just liked that. I liked the concept. I liked the way it came out. I liked that it kind of started, we were walking through a garden. They would do like the tulips there every year. They do the tulips at this one garden in Memphis, Botanical Garden. I think it's Dixon Garden or something. And so we'd go every year, and then they started taking pictures with their phones. And so the boys were taking pictures of the insides of flowers, and I was like, those are beautiful. Like, these are awesome. Like, now I don't have to pay an artwork person. I can just swipe my kids' pictures. So it's like a win-win. Just like them being inspired about that, and then thinking about this book, which is like a really meditative book. And I was like, okay, what if I can think of a way of taking thoughts from a book and let it be kind of a source material for music. And so I liked the way that it all came together. And so, yeah, I think that release was just inspiring to be like, we started in a garden, looking at pretty flowers, thinking of a book, and then this thing kind of came out of that. And so I think when I'm like beating my head against the wall of like, how do I do something new, or how do I do something, get re-inspired? It's like, okay, sometimes I can just let writing, let stories kind of remind me of new ways of looking at stuff.
It's really good.
That's great.
Yeah. Ooh, somebody's got a dog in the neighborhood.
Yes. They are next door.
Ben, I was not expecting you to be the one.
I heard the pain in your voice.
Yes.
They are, there's the next door neighbors. They're great, but they like have 5 very, very large dogs.
Oh,
and they're like
5 dogs.
Like, they are massive. Like, 2 of them are greyhounds. Like, 2 of them are like Alsatians or whatever. Like, they're absolutely massive. They're super nice. They're super friendly. But they're like, anyone walks past, they're like gate.
Yeah.
And they're out there. They're like, oh my gosh, something's going on. Must be very loud about it.
Attack.
Man, what do your kids think of the dogs?
The dogs know our kids are there, so they're completely, they completely ignore them.
Sure.
Like, they're just like, there's dogs in there, and they're like, yes, there's dogs in there. Yeah, so it's kind of funny. Sorry, that's a good, they'll shut up shortly.
I love that. They're just excited about Christmas too. It's great.
They are.
Great.
They are.
Yeah.
They're excited about Kirk's release catalog.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
I
They might have been listening to it because some of it's on that calm music for dogs, you know.
Yeah.
So they
I think
might
they
be
need
like,
it. I think they
yeah,
need it.
that's
That's
right.
the thing.
That's right.
That's right.
Turn it up over there.
There we
Shout out
go.
to calming music for dogs.
That was good. That was good.
Amazon music. That's a
That's
win
what I'm
right
grateful for
there.
this year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you to all the animal playlists for
Just
Yes.
Yeah.
helping us.
Hey, so
Yes.
yeah, I noticed your dogs have been barking a little bit more than normal. I have a fantastic playlist recommend for you.
Yeah,
and
that's right.
That's funny.
Man. Well,
Yeah.
I shall chime in. I'm going to give a nod to my release called Conduits, which
Mm-hmm.
was over the summer, I believe. It was not an album, but it was 6 tracks. And so not considered a full-length album. But for like a while previously, before that, I hadn't really done, I mean, like I could be wrong in saying this, as we know, like with the volume of our releases. But I think anything I had probably done that was in like the 5-6 song was like collaborations or things like that. And I hadn't really done anything that I felt like I had kind of a vision on. And I just really like how the concept of that came together. I like the conduits, just like the idea that sort of being like, okay, like what's the intention and what's the meaning of that and like the concept of it, and kind of implementing that throughout the track titles, and just really cool how that came together. And the sound of it overall too, I really was pleased with in the end. Like it kind of took me back to like a little bit of like the Moon Balloon sound of stuff, which was just like a special album to me as well.
Yeah.
Just a cool, again, not quite full length, but it kind of gave me the itch to have more of that like something like full circle that you can like kind of present as a whole, not just be the shorter tracks, which are fine too, but yeah, you guys know. So yeah, I was really happy with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really great release.
Yeah.
Super nice.
Thanks, man.
Love it. It's awesome. For me, I think I'll kind of answer both questions at the same time. I'll come at the thankfulness one just a little more later, but this was the year where I started trying to think about the different things that I wanted Dear Gravity to certainly embody, and the things that maybe fell just a little bit outside of that. And I just tried to hone kind of the landscape of Dear Gravity. And so what I kind of settled on is that I'll save the one for last that I'm going to mention, but like I love the kind of slow echo / sleep scenes. I mean, those two are kind of separate, but definitely more on the more chill, drone-ish, vague melodic. Like just there's something really cool happening there, and I'm excited about the momentum there. So that's very much a Dear Gravity thing. The solo piano thing has been a lot of fun, though. I know that was something that influenced me very early on in Dear Gravity, and so to put a little bit more work into that lane with now kind of developing sort of a volume entry of the Wayfarer journals every summer for that. I'm getting excited about that one just because it helps me think a little bit wider, but then kind of like the core Dear Gravity sound, which is, a little bit more, guitar centric. I have kind of some of my specific ways that I mess with the sounds and just go for it. I'm enjoying that main vein and playing around with more analog synths and stuff like that. And this year there were a couple really cool entries in that, which one of them just came out a week and a half ago. Marshall and I we've talked about on the podcast before. We made our deluxe version, if you will, of our Anodyne EP that came out, 4 years ago now, 4 or 5, a while ago.
Yeah, 2021.
Yeah, the deluxe version is great, Anodyne and Afterglow, and yeah, I'm really happy with just continuing to honor that sound. I think that sound speaks to me still. I've been listening to it a lot. I also got to do something that just felt very Dear Gravity-ish with TJ Dumpster with Six Missing. We did a little 4-track indie thing near the end of summer, and that just it felt it felt great. It felt like you got the best of both of us, and that's, sometimes collabs are good and they turn out well, and then sometimes collabs you're just like, that felt the way that I wanted it to, and I think that's just a great entry into the catalog, and luckily enough, like I'm very fortunate that it seems like there's a little bit of stuff from the droney sleepy stuff and a little bit of the solo piano stuff and a little bit of the main vein stuff that all seems to be listened to by people, which is cool. It helps me feel a little less, like backed into a corner on what it's supposed to sound like and all that. And yeah, it was a good year for that. There were also a couple of things that I kind of said, this is going to just have to be another project. Like if I want to get deeper into the guitar stuff, like that's going to have to be with the thing that Marshall and I have been working on for a while. And that's going really well. If there is opportunity to explore kind of a more like cinematic, almost a soundtrack, like a little ominous, kind of that sort of thing. Like there's opportunity for that. I'm kind of developing a thing over on the side, not really, no time pressure or anything, but yeah, it was fun to kind of develop some fences for Dear Gravity this year. And I think that the releases that came of that, I'm pretty happy with. So it was a good year. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
There's a conversation there, I think, worth exploring, Mike, which you seem to, I don't know if when I say intentionality, I mean in the sense like you do it well and intentionally, but I also think there's probably some thought that you've put into it. But like when it comes to not being backed in a corner and kind of feeling like you can do things that are slightly different stylistically, but have them still be Dear Gravity. Some of them, do end up on other monikers or whatever. But I do feel like, for me, and this upcoming year, which I've tried to be a bit more, try to be a bit better, just like scheduling some things and release ideas. Like, just not feeling like that it has to be this one sound or that we've fallen in that I don't want to say fallen into, but like some of the more earlier stuff that I did, as you guys know, was a bit more compositional, and like I haven't got to do as much of that. And I think I feel a little bit of pressure when it comes to like just having that freedom, because you ultimately feel like, well, I want to put music out that I have like a proven success rate with, or whatever it is, and success rate meaning what, like by the numbers that it's listened to or streaming numbers or whatever. So I don't know if there's not necessarily a question there, but it's more of like I hope to maybe explore getting, doing another release or a couple of releases that kind of get more back to like cinematic, slightly more compositional stuff, kind of like similar to some of the earlier stuff that I've done. And I just want to allow myself to not feel, that pressure of like that everything has to be this, strictly ambient bed sound, which I love making that stuff too. And I love that gets traction. But in the end, we all know, like, we just want to be excited about the stuff that we're making. So I want to do that without feeling like I have to, check all these boxes and be like, oh, well, if I do this, like, it can't be Beast of the Earth. It has to be another moniker. I just want to be like, dude, just like make the thing and put it out. And if I'm proud of it, that's a good thing, So, yeah.
For anyone who hasn't put two and two together, the entry that Marshall brought to the film scoring challenge is now, in fact, the soundtrack to the All Ambient podcast. So the music you hear at the beginning and the end is fully, and so just to affirm you in that, man, like that is more.
Well, that's a good example of that style for sure.
Yeah. And it turned out awesome. We all loved it, and that's such a great, like, okay, just the very first example that came to mind was like, I love Daft Punk. Like, they have done their thing so well for so long, and then they threw down on the Tron Legacy soundtrack, which, you know, like the amount of work that went into like their whole sound enveloped into the orchestral world and trying to tell that story, like they did such a great job with that. And then comes Random Access Memories, which is like hold them up in a 70s studio with Nile Rodgers for, you know, 9 months, and out comes Get Lucky and you know, all of that stuff. And like I don't think of any of those as not Daft Punk, right? Like they are genuine left-hand turns, and like they you know, the net is wide in that. But like props to someone like them for just saying like, this is the music that we want to release, and this is what we are saying yes to. You know, critics be silenced in that sense. Like it's more important for us to own what we feel you know, the art we need to put out into the world, rather than meeting what I am projecting as a preconceived desire from a listener or from a whatever. So an affirmation, Marshall, go make the thing. Yeah, go do it.
Mm-hmm.
And bring Nile Rodgers with if you can.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's good stuff.
And I think it's a great reminder though, Marshall, because it's like we have to be excited about what we're making.
Yeah.
Because if we're not, it's like, what's the point? What are we doing this for? Like,
Seriously.
like it, you know, it really, it's so important to be excited about what we're creating. And if we're not, then we need to shift things either stylistically or kind of the tools we're using or whatever it is, so that we kind of reignite that excitement and that creativity. Because as you said, like we're writing a lot of music, and that is the industry, and that is what we have to do. But we have to find ways individually of making that feel just really exciting, and that we're passionate about it, and then we can communicate that excitement and that passion to people who listen to the music. I like, not to jump in too much here, but just to respond to your second question, Mike, which is, well, like, what have I been kind of grateful for this year? I mean, many things, but one thing that stuck out to me is I kind of made a decision. Like I think about a year ago, I felt like a little bit stagnated with some stuff, with how I was producing. I just felt like I was going back to the same stuff a lot. And I've always used some like real sound sources in my music, but I made a real conscious decision to kind of massively go in that direction, like real sound sources. I kind of upped my pedal game quite significantly this year as well. And that has just had like real profound impacts on how fun I feel it is to make music now versus 12, 18 months ago. And I know some people absolutely love making music just kind of in the box and have all of their, you know, presets and everything like that. And that's amazing. And they get so much joy out of that. For me, I've just really, really loved being able to get much more kind of physically engaged with the music that I'm creating. And that, regardless of whether the end product is, you know, quote unquote better, I prefer it myself, but that's not really the point. The point for me is that I've really enjoyed the process of doing this, and I've really enjoyed the differences in that workflow. And it's something that I will continue to kind of explore further.
It's good.
Yeah. I feel like there's a big, that's a big, like, I guess, flag or, you know, ears thing to be aware of is like when I do something similar at times, Ben, where like if I feel myself like reaching for the same stuff, or, you know, kind of getting into those patterns where it's like, yeah, something, you just have to mix it up, you know. And even like recently I've listened back to just like a couple releases of mine that are like, you know, five years old at this point, and I kind of listen back with fresh ears, and it's kind of like, I'm not sure what I was doing, but like that sounds pretty cool. A lot of that stuff sounds pretty cool. I don't know what I was doing differently then, but there's just, it's a different you know, it's time and place, and there was like the process that you had then, and it's interesting to see how things evolve. But I think that even just doing something like that too, to me, is a good reminder to be like, oh, like I was probably doing stuff maybe, you know, with not as many pedals like 4 or 5 years ago, and still when I listen now feel really excited and inspired just hearing what's coming out. So to me it's a good reminder to just be like, yeah, it's okay to just be trying stuff and maybe not letting myself fall into just the same thing too much, to where like, yeah, you know, this stuff works, you know, you have like a proven way of doing this, making these sounds that turns out well, but also like, yeah, just being fresh with it and doing stuff that might take a little more time, but that's how you get like the cool, unexpected results a lot of the time. Yeah.
It's good. Kirk, did you already answer the kind of second question?
Yeah.
Or do we get to land the plane with you?
Yeah,
Well,
I don't mind landing
we're
the plane.
going to land the plane with you anyway, but
let's do it. Yeah, I think I kind of did just with just being able to make a catalog. I'm very grateful for being able to do that. But I mean, listening to you guys talk it inspires me again. So I'll say I'm grateful for you guys, and being able to just hear your passion, reminding me to be like, okay, yep, I'm going to play a little bit longer. I'm going to be curious a little bit longer. I'm going to maybe inconvenience myself from my regularly scheduled program of how to make an omelet or whatever. And when I do that, I do usually be like, okay, I kind of land at the same place, but I had a fun time doing it. So yeah, I would say I'm grateful for you guys for the reminder to keep being curious and to keep playing with things in a way that takes you to new places or even the same place, just in a fun way. God bless us, everyone.
Yes, indeed. Thanks, Tiny Tim. Perfect. No bah humbugs here. Yeah, that's a great way to end it. There's so much to be thankful for, and may we stop and remind ourselves a little bit. It doesn't mean don't keep working hard. Doesn't mean don't stay alert to stuff that's happening. But at the end of the day, like for a grateful attitude to be the thing that sets the course, as opposed to like a reactive fear kind of thing or whatever. Just there's a lot to it. Guys, we get to make music, right? Like I still kind of pinch myself a little. Like a bad day making music beats a good day at a lot of people's, what they have pursuing for work or whatever. Like I mean, like if the roughest thing that happened to me in music stuff this last week was like my Mac was being futzy and I was trying to figure out why, and it was because I hadn't cleaned it in like a year and there was dust like caked all over the bottom of that thing, and I was like, oh, I'm probably killing this thing. Understood?
Hypothetically,
like if that's the worst thing that happened to me, which hey, by the way, for everyone who owns a Mac Mini or a Mac Studio, clean the bottom of your machine as often as you can. But that pales in comparison to some of the difficulties that and not saying that there aren't plenty of moves to like we're risking, we're putting our neck out there, like artistic creation is something that takes guts constantly, but yeah, what an honor that we get to do it. So we receive it as a gift. Indeed,
absolutely.
Grateful for you guys. And I hope you enjoy the entire holiday season, and lots to celebrate. Merry Christmas and good things to come for sure.
Yes, sir.
Cheers.
Yeah, that's right.
Cheers and a happy Christmas.
Thanks again for joining us on the All Ambient podcast. This is about as shameless of a plug as it gets, but it really does help for those of you who are watching to give us a rating if you're on any podcast platform like Apple or Spotify or anything like that. On YouTube, we would love a follow, a subscribe, a like, all that fun stuff. And please leave a comment, a review, whatever is applicable to the right place that you're finding this. It really does go a long way. You don't have to make anything up by any means, but if there's some value in this podcast for you, we'd love to hear about it. We, as the All Ambient family, would love to meet you. I know it does my heart good, as well as everybody else who's involved at All Ambient. So please do so. Come back and join us next week. We got another great episode coming your way. And until then, here's hoping that this music and the hearts behind it make your day and your life that much better. Thanks.